Hey guys, so um, I've been gutting my studio, um, cleaning it like a mad woman for the past, I don't know, 2 weeks. Rearranging furniture, putting new pieces in, pulling pieces out. Um, and I know a lot of my friends were anxious to see what I did to it. So here's a little tour, I guess. Um, it's not perfect. It's not um, super fancy like some other people's studios, but you know what? It's mine, and I'm happy with it. It works for me. So, all right, I'll take you guys around. Um, I don't know where to start. Uh, let's see. Okay, so here's all my washi tapes. Okay, not all of them because I still have some over here too. But this is just a curtain rod that I have hanging on the wall. When I need tape, I just pull it off, snip it off when I need it. This is like kind of like fabric section and other shit. Ribbons and string and stuff up here. More washi tapes. These are all my craft paints, my little, El Cheapo. Look at that. 25 cents, Walmart. Makes me happy, and it works wonderful. So that's all those. Then in here I have some acrylics that a good friend of mine gave to me, and some house paints that, let me see if I could do this with one hand. These are samples that you get from Lowe's, Home Depot. It's like $2.25, I think, for a container this size. And, I grab it when I see it. Sometimes it's like mistakes or it's sample mixes. So use that when I can. Just some more paints. I have lots of paint, obviously. My head, this is my baby. This glass was imported from Spain, I believe. And I painted it many, many years ago. And I love it. I've yet to part with her because I don't know that I can. This was made from a friend of mine. We did an art swap, and she made that. These are some ATCs and some clips that I actually won from a really cool artist. I have a thing for heads. Can you tell? Let's see. These are all different mediums. Gessos. This is dollar store spackle. Vinegar. Sometimes I use vinegar to mix with paints. It does a really, really cool effect. More mediums down here. Texture paste back there. Lots of different matte mediums, which are like gel. This is a crackle glaze that from Deco Art that I just got, and I cannot wait to use it. I'm so excited about that. These are more paints, some Liquitex that my friend Deidre gave to me because she is awesome. More sample paint. This is homemade texture paste that I made. This is my Lazy Susan with all of my sprays and skulls. I don't have a lot of sprays. I wish I did, but I wish I had more. That's all right. One thing at a time. Let's see. Alcohol inks. These are a marbling ink set that I haven't used yet. These are water-soluble crayons. Yeah, gel pens, Sharpies, different markers of sorts. I know a lot of you have seen that I use makeup sponges to use in my painting. So that's a basket of those. More pencils, more crayons and such. My electric glue skillet, which is pretty awesome. I use this stuff or this stuff with it, it melts in there and it just makes things look really, really cool. These are my Wink of Stella. They're like glitter paint brushes. I'll show you. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this one-handed. You can see. Oh, that's a terrible glare. There we go. You can see the glitter and the sparkle on that paintbrush. These are my Spectrum Noir markers. A lot of people have huge sets of them, like they have 1, 2, 3 racks. They're quite pricey, so I only have these, but I'm alright with that. Here I have more mediums, and it's a mess, but again, it works for me. Different kind of texture paints, fine line resist pen, pouring mediums, texture gels, blending mediums, Mod Podge, crackle mediums, all kinds of fun stuff. And then here, as I pull the whole thing out, hang on. This is all of my acrylics. Well, besides what I have over here and down in that container. These are my tubes of acrylic paints, and some I've made myself. You know, I mix colors and then I'm happy with it. But there's all different brands in here. Liquitex seems to be a big one for me. Premier, because again, it's cheap. I get Liquitex when it's on sale at the art supply stores. Let's see. This is how I store my spray paint. Nothing fancy, just a shoe organizer. This is a piece that I got from work that I'm actually tearing apart. There's a loose one on here because it's all on foam core board, and so I'm tearing them apart. I actually used a couple pieces already to use the different pieces on there for different paintings. This is the new piece of furniture that I was super excited to get. It was actually a whole set, but unfortunately only one piece could fit in my studio. So here it is in all its glory. And yes, there's stuff underneath because, you know, I have too much stuff and not enough space. So this, earlier I said this is like my fabric side. It kind of is. Fabric in this drawer, fabric in this drawer, and then this is all my fabric paints, pins, all my notions that I would need for anything fabric, zippers, patches. And then on this side this is all jewelry making supplies. I don't know if I can pop this open. Peek in there. Yeah, that's not working. All jewelry making supplies. And it was easier to store it in the tubs and then in the drawer than it was to have them out. Same goes for here. Another tub full of jewelry supplies, all kinds of wires, bead tubes. I have all my beads and tubes. I used to have it in a container that they stood straight up in, but it didn't fit in the drawer, so they went in here. Tools that I need for jewelry making. And then this drawer, if I can get it open, is tools, I guess. Tags. I don't have a lot of tags. I really only have these 3, and then not tags, punches. And then I have some small ones, and then these are my hole punches and my crocodile, which is always fun to use. I like that the dresser came with this little compartment attached to it, so I have my brads and eyelets and stuff in there. Back here, screwdrivers and tweezers and staple gun. I have a Betty Crocker scraper that I use. My Tim Holtz paper distresser. I don't know how I feel about that. I've used it a few times. Honestly, I could do a lot more distressing on paper edges with scissors, but I gave it a shot. Let's see. Next is this section. And I have paintings random throughout my studio. Most of my paintings are in a hallway because I don't have much room in my studio for paintings. Well, I used to have big metal shelves, so all this wall space wasn't there. Now that it is, maybe I'll hang some more paintings up there. All right, this is all like my Cricut stuff, my vinyl. Vinyl here, vinyl here, vinyl here. And then it goes into, this is all like glitter glues, adhesives, stuff like that. Then it's all my mailing stuff, bubble envelopes and all that. And then the bottom two drawers are just odds and ends stuff. Let's see, this is my mannequin. I love him. This is where I store my inks for my stamping, which I don't have a lot of inks, but there's a bunch up here too. I don't know if you can see. There's a bunch in there. I could always use more inks, but I work with what I have. These are, which I'm so excited, all my stencils to finally get them all organized and put in one area. And it really is, it's a curtain rod with hooks and rings, and I can push through. I have all kinds of stencils. Some that were given to me, some that I bought, some that I made. I try and keep them all in packages. It's not that easy though, because a lot of times I throw them away. And this is my camera holder for when I take videos of when I'm at my workstation. It works like this, and it's perfect. Usually my light's not in the way, but my wonderful husband made this for me. It's simple and it's perfect. It does the job, and I think it costs us less than $5 to make. Let's see. Clock, some word art. Up top here is canvases that are either blank, which are on that side, or canvases that I painted and I don't like, and I have to gesso over them and start over. This is my stamp shelf, which I'm super happy about. All my stamps are finally together. I actually just picked this up today. Brand new background stamp, never used, $1.99. Love it. My distress inks and more stamps, some acrylic blocks, my jelly plate, my Stamp Perfect, which is like the Misty, just the cheaper version. I wasn't sure if I would even use one of these enough to invest in the Misty, so I went with the cheaper version first, and then if I use it enough and like it enough, then I'll invest in the Misty. These are all of my package stamps, and they're on clip strips from that the dollar store just throws away. And so the lady that was working said, "Oh, if you want some, take as many as you want." Don't tell me that. So these are all package stamps. I have Christmas back there, birthday, Valentine's, Halloween, my favorite. These are quote stamps and letters and numbers. These are background stamps and just some random pattern ones. These are all music, and these are images, random people, stuff like that. This is my, where am I at? Okay, this is my card making section, my printer, and this is all cards that I've already made, blanks, excuse me, envelopes, and this is all 12 by 12 papers, solids, pattern, and scraps. And then I have my Cuttlebug down there, which is an embossing machine or embossing tool, and all the accessories to go with it in there. These are all my solid papers. And these are all 12 by 12 pads of pattern paper and smaller pads of pattern paper. Then I got some of my Cricut mats hanging up here. Some art from some friends. My daughter made this. She takes after her mama. Picture of Sean and I, my little guy. This is my daughter's workstation. And again, it never looks this good because I just cleaned, but she has all kinds of random stuff. This is what I used to store my beads in the tubes in. But like I said, it doesn't fit in the drawer anymore. It doesn't fit in the drawer, so my daughter has now inherited that. I think she's going to put her paintbrushes in those. This is some of her artwork. She is random. She does take after me. I don't want to say she tries to take after me. She does take after me. And she has a very different artistic eye like I do. And it makes me happy. It really does. So these are some of her pieces. She did the whole crayon melting art. She was using texture paste and stuff like that. So this is the door to my boys' room up on the 3rd floor. Or my youngest son does a lot of YouTube videos, so this is his sign I made for him for when he's filming, so I don't open the door and yell upstairs to him. Let's see. This is, again, another head. This is where I keep all my adhesives, all my powerful stuff, my, I don't know, I can't think of it, pop dots and foam tape, stuff like that, liquid nail, E6000, this is drywall joint tape, or drywall tape, metal tape, masking tape, painter's tape. This is an old mask that I found, I don't even remember, maybe at the Goodwill or somewhere. I found it somewhere, and I've been wanting to alter it somehow, and I just haven't gotten around to it. It's been years. I have glass stuff here. I have Model Magic, which actually hardens nice. I have some ceramic pieces that I have here. This is all my metal stuff. A basket full of light bulbs. These are, I don't know if I can open this. These are pen nibs from fountain pens that I get at the Art Erase Cycle. I think they're like 25 cents for 2 of them. But I use them for some of my altered art. Big metal stuff, handles, brackets, more metal things, lots more metal things, and more keys, and I don't even know what hinges. There's all kinds of stuff in there. This is a bookshelf. random books that I use. I tear the pages out, or I use the images in there. Decorative scissors, dowel rods, which I use a lot of times too. This is just random stuff down here. I've made flat back beads out of perler beads. I melt them in the oven. Doesn't smell nice, but I do it when nobody's home. This is another shelf. Ooh. Up top is things that, you know, I've collected and I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to do this with it, I'm going to do that with it, and never get around to it. But one day I will. This is from a good friend of mine. She gave to me recently. I think it's super cute. Up here I have Randomness magazines, all kinds of sheet music and different images, magazine cutouts, stuff that really caught my eye. A box of paper. These are some jelly prints that I've made. I only ever used my jelly plate like, I don't know, maybe 3 times. So I'm not awesome at it, but I'll get there. This is a container full of stuff when I send out Happy Mail. This is, you know, stuff that I have all my extras that I get rid of, that I put in Happy Mail envelopes. These two are, everyone that knows me knows that I love Halloween, skulls, spooky, scary. So this is all Halloween stuff, skulls and scary stuff. So lots of skulls. This is my basket of things that I use for my ATC cards or my mini arts, which are, this is really from a Sprite container, Sprite box, and I cut them down to size and I paint on them. I have a bunch of different ones I'm working on. Back here, this is my texture box, things that I use to make texture with. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Bubble wrap. This is Cricut keyboard overlay. Glue guns, glue sticks, random box of puzzle pieces, glitter, which I very seldom use. These are all chipboard, small chipboard pieces. These are some of the pieces that I started breaking off of that big piece that I had gotten from work. These are my Happy Mail ledger journal, if you will. I keep track of who I send out. A good friend of mine made that for me and sent it to me, which is pretty awesome. This is my art journal, which I'm not done with yet, but I have a lot more to go. But there's still a few pages in there that I did. And this, let's see what's next. This is my ETC collection. These are ones that I've done that I haven't mailed out yet. And then these are all in the back. These are all ones that I've traded for, that people have traded to me for. One of my favorites. That people have traded to me for ones of mine that they've wanted. Down here is, these are all my stickers. I don't use many stickers. I don't use them often, so I keep them in binders like this. Sorry, this one-handed thing doesn't work for me. And page protectors. So, and I have them labeled like with what's on there. But I do have a few stickers, so I keep them in these. These are my watercolor papers. This is a box of ephemera, things that I might use, or things that, odds and ends, things that I think I might need for pieces. This is my box of chipboards. I don't have nearly enough. I would love more chipboards one day. These are pieces of MDF that I had my dad cut down for me to make 5x7 and smaller canvases. I love painting on MDF. It's like the perfect texture. Some empty shadow boxes. Down here I have, what is this? This is my fuse tool. Lots of bottle caps, metalworking stuff, chipboard letters, more letters. A lot of them are FU. I was on a paint pretty FU kick for a while. I have my laminator, my label maker, Cricut stuff, perler beads so I can melt them down to those things. And then over here I have my Cricut, and this is stuff that I use to make my business cards. Of course. Oh, I grabbed them all for the last show that I had. There's none in there. Again, odds and ends stuff. These are extra supplies. Cheesecloth. Odds and ends, random stuff. I have a lot of random stuff. So that's about it. And I know I've said a lot, and I probably sound like a goofball, but here it is. Oh, more stuff. See, I forgot. I hang all my poster boards, and these are packaging. Packages. Cardboard from packaging. They actually make really good texture on paintings, which is really cool. So I save them a lot. So I'll give you a quick browse through, and that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope everyone has a good Saturday.